I mean, I know you're getting married, right? You're taking over the franchises now, so life is busy.
Very.
But so, like, in terms of your racing, you just taking it year by year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, this year, we're focused on going back-to-back at Waterford.
Yep.
Seeing if we can make something happen at Thompson. Who knows?
Yep.
But yeah, then we'll reevaluate in the off season, see where we're at. But yeah, next year is probably not going to be a full-time year because again, married, the business is crazy,
Right.
picking up, it's growing like crazy. It's awesome. But yeah, so we'll see in the winter time, what we're going to do going forward. For next
So
year.
Mike's really essential to the operation.
Oh, he's huge.
because he's just taking care of everything.
He's huge.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So, do you think about in your decision making on what you do next year, right? So you have a guy like him. His name's Mike.
Yep.
Now that guy obviously is a huge part of your success. Does his opinion count
100%.
on what you do next year, right? Because that's
Yeah.
what he does.
100%.
And if you don't go racing, what the hell is he going to do?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? So that's what I meant by that. Do you make your decision on, well, Mike is not going to have anything to do, so we should probably go racing because he's been so good to us.
Right. Well, no, we won't stop racing. It'll just be, what do we do?
Right.
Do we keep going both tracks, SK lights? Do we scale it back to one? What do we do? Yeah.
Does the wife care?
No, she likes the racing.
She's a race fan.
She just doesn't like the legend cars, but
She doesn't?
No.
Why? She thinks they're dangerous?
Yeah.
I think they make you better.
I love them. They're so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
you
so much
surprised
fun.
me how you have done so well in the SK lights, and yet you never got rid of your legend car. That's kind of unique.
Well, it's part of my dad's problem. He doesn't want to get rid of them.
Okay.
He loves them. Yeah.
How many do you have?
2.5, one without a motor.
Legend cars?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so you're in.
Yeah,
you're
he
in.
doesn't like getting rid of stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
What's the difference between your two cars? You got two
Yeah.
SKs, right?
Yep, two
The
CDs.
lights?
Yep, they're both for one's Waterford, one's Thompson, but they're both old. They're both 20 years old. They're
Wow,
both,
really?
Yeah, they're old.
Is one of your soon-to-be wife's father's car?
Yes, that's the Thompson car.
How awesome is that?
Yeah, that car's nice.
Yeah. I listen. I remember when you. I don't know. Was that like 4 years ago when you won? I don't remember. I think he was there. How long is it now?
Icebreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was
awesome.
Icebreaker. Yep.
It was such a feel-good story.
Yeah, that was.
Because Brian was. Damn, man.
Yeah.
That was a really tough pill to swallow. I didn't know him like everybody else knew him, but, the racing community in general
Yeah.
was just mourning
Yeah.
Brian. And you winning is just,
Yeah, and he was watching that in the living room at home on Racing America or Flow, whatever it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just such a feel-good story, and I lost my father last year, so I could only imagine what your wife is. I had many more years than your wife did.
Yeah.
But I lost my dad to cancer, and I know it was just painful and hard. Still to this day,
Oh, yeah.
I get upset and cry sometimes. I look at his pictures,
100%. Yep.
and it's very sad. Father's Day, I told my wife, I cried like a baby in bed. Nobody was in the bed. My wife went downstairs, and for I'm not even lying, a half hour, I looked through pictures
Yeah.
of my father because it was Father's Day. I cried like a baby. Then I got up, went in, washed my face, brushed my teeth, went downstairs and had a coffee like nothing happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
But
just had a moment.
I had a moment,
Right.
and I enjoy it. So it's great to see the car living on,
Right.
and I know it means a lot to your wife to
Yep.
be, I'm sure. So, I don't want to
Yeah,
take
and
over the conversation.
that's why we keep going back there with that car.
Right.
Chrome wheels. He loved the chrome wheels.
Hell
That's the
yeah.
reason we run 'em.
Dude,
Rally.
seriously, right? And it looks good, too.
Yeah. Yep.
Seriously.
And that's the body that we had at his services at the Speedbowl. Everybody
Yeah.
signed the car, and we're still running that body today, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that when I saw you guys at Thompson on
Yep.
Thursday. Yep, that is cool.
I got to tell you, I thought when you started running Thompson, you were pretty dominant. I'm not saying you're not now, but for a minute when there was 17 cars there, you had Narducci and them running good for a while, but then you started turning up the wick.
Yeah.
big
Thompson's
time.
fun. Thompson's a blast. It took a while to learn. You know, you got to really throw it in there,
Yeah.
but it's a blast.
Yeah, that was great for you, man. And then it just translated down to the Speedbowl. But I think everybody that runs them legend cars, man.
They're so hard to drive.
But when you get in a moto, it's like easy.
It's easy.
It's easy to you, right?
They're harder to race against other people because, like, now we're so even with each other at Waterford.
Right.
You got 8, 9 cars within 0.2 of each other.
Right.
And then the legend cars are easier. They're smaller. You can maneuver them more around the track against each other.
Right. Right.
For some reason, and I should know, man, as I get older, man, my memory is just shot. But I could have sworn that you won a championship at Thompson in the SK Lights. And I went and looked it up because when I did your little lower third there, and then I looked, but like, because I remember you winning up there a lot.
Yeah, we've got probably 6 up there, 6, 7. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been pretty dominant.
Yeah.
Up there.
A lot of podiums up there.
Yeah, now you got listen, how old are you?
28.
Yeah, you're still young, but you even have the young kids.
Yeah.
Hovey and Chapman. I mean,
oh yeah. Now we're chasing them.
Yeah, they're kids now, right? They were where you 10 years ago. Right now you got to put up with them pesky little bastards. Right? And that's just what it is because they're bad fast.
Right. They are. 100%.
No fears.
Right.
No fears. No cares
neither
given.
of those two have fears.
Right. The 41 is sideways through the corner.
Right.
Like it's a street stock.
Right.
And still digging. I'm like, damn, that thing's
He's still
loose.
pulling away.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or does he have a little different DNA than his two brothers?
Well,
Jason and Steven, right?
Steven was pretty good in the lights.
Steven was nasty.
Steven was pretty dominant in the lights.
He's the one that's in the SKs now?
Yeah.
All right.
I think, and correct me if you think I'm wrong, the step up to the SK, car and driver, like, so you have motor programs now, right? Now SK Lights, they all have rad. Everybody has the same motor.
Yep.
Right? Now you have Pettit, you have, East Coast, there's multiple rad motors. And the caliber of driver, I think, is at another level. Right? It's just like moving up in NASCAR. That's why Steven's struggling a little bit right now. You look at a guy like...
It's rare that somebody goes from the SKs to the SK Lights to SKs and is really good right away.
Have you ever seen somebody really do it? It's like starting over again.
100%.
Right? Yeah. How do you pass... There's cars that are mediocre that you would have a hard time working
They're
over.
just fast enough to be in the way.
That's right.
And that's the problem.
Right. It's another step up. And a good example is the 9. Boozell. He was dominant in SK Lights.
Yeah. Hey, have you ever driven an SK Light at Stafford?
No. Never driven anything at Stafford.
Have you wanted to?
I don't know.
Wouldn't it be a hard adjustment for you because they don't have spotters there?
That's one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is Fridays.
Right.
Going up with crew. That's a big commitment to have guys take off the day of work.
For sure.
Get all the way up there an hour plus from where we are.
Right.
It's a big commitment.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Right.
It really is.
It's hard. Thompson's easier. You have 4 or 5 midweek shows a year. It's a lot more manageable.
Yeah.
But you throw every Friday, that's tough.
Right. Yeah, majority of those teams up there, right? They either own their own business where they can afford to do that, or they have like people that can get the car ready for them so that if they can't get there till 5 o'clock, but it's amazing how well they do with car counts considering it's basically a work day.
Yeah, Stafford's definitely not a track that you can commit to if you're racing as a hobby, right? Like you gotta, that's a life-altering season, I feel like.
And that's what we're doing. Like we're running the business as number one, family's number one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then racing's, it's next. It's a priority, but it's not like I'm doing this for fun. I know I'm not going anywhere. We're not gonna blow all our money on it. Yeah. It's just for fun.
So we've had conversations like with Mikey Jr. and now like this whole thing with Justin and Glenn. And Mikey's conversation was really because he had done thorough research, right? Were you kind of taken aback by that?
Mike? Yeah. Oh, dude, he was knowledgeable.
Right. So is that something that have you ever looked at, or do you ever say like, it'd be cool to just go down to that ARCA race in February and see how I could do? Or it's just not?
I mean, it would, but where I'm at in life, I think it would be more beneficial to grow the business to what we can get it to,
Yeah.
and then like enjoy life that way.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to dump a bunch of money somewhere, race, and hope you finish well. Travel all over the place. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm in a different spot than most people. I'm sure
Right.
a lot of people would say, let me go do whatever I can, race whatever I can. Like, yeah, I'd love to race a open car, SK, whatever. But we're
Right.
not going to go, blow all our money on that. That's just not.
Yeah. I just find it so intriguing, right? Because you're really only, what did Mikey say? He was 25?
He's still
They're
young
only
enough.
3 years apart.
Yeah,
Right.
you're still young
But
enough.
their
to,
lives are totally in a different
Right.
place.
Right.
Where, you're taking over franchises of Serve Pro.
Right.
And Mikey is still focused on potentially maybe having a shot down south. Like, it's just,
Right.
everybody's DNA is a little
Yeah.
bit different. You know what I mean?
And I came into it late, too. Like, I had no family who raced. Like,
Yeah, right.
I started at 16. Like, I didn't start like all these kids in go-karts.
Yeah, right,
So maybe if
right.
I started younger and got into it more when I was younger, maybe that would
Yeah,
be different. But
for sure.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
But what made you decide when it was time to move on to the legend cars? Was it always the mod? Like, what made you say open wheel cars are for me, not the fendered cars?
So we're close with Janovic.
Yep.
And he had a car they were getting rid of. And we just said, let's take
Let's
it
try
and see
it.
what we can do.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, man, you should have seen us. I don't know how the hell we did so good those first couple of years. We didn't know our ass from our elbow.
That's
That
funny.
was, from what we do now in the shop to what we used to do, it's unbelievable.
Right.
Like, some weeks we just leave it loaded up and, we finished some one piece. Let's just leave it in the trailer all week, go back next week, and we're running top 3. It was crazy.
Right.
But now it's not like that.
Right. It's a lot of work.
It's totally different.
Yeah. I was impressed when I went to the shop. I was impressed with Mike. I mean, I know Mike's name forever, right? Because didn't he raced, right? Did he race like Strictly's? Like way
I
back?
think he did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And
So-
he was crew chief for, Dave Gaeta's cars.
Right.
And his kid raced mini cups as well at Seekonk.
And he had that, Diego, I sent you that video, right? Of that
And so I
Hooli
told,
shirt.
oh,
Yeah.
Bob knew exactly who he was.
Right, of course. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But I was impressed with Mike's. You could just tell he's a very meticulous guy.
Yes.
Just by the shop is like freaking meticulous. Everything is in place. He's very organized. And then when I interviewed him, you could just tell how very like a sponge for information. You
Yeah.
could just tell by kind of like talking to him that
Right.
this, like, you're just like, wow, this dude freaking knows a lot, and he has this kind of quiet passion about it. He's
Right.
very unassuming.
Right.
Like a lot of people would probably not even notice him at the racetrack.
No.
He just goes
That's how
there.
we try to fly. We try to fly under the radar.
Right,
Like,
right.
Always. Like every week. We're not trying to go out and, mingle with everybody. Rather
Yeah.
fly under the radar, stay in our trailer, watch a race or two, and focus on what we got going on.
Well, that's not what we do.
I was just gonna say, Diego, is that what you do at the track?
Dude.
I mean, there are people that we know we like to go see. We've
Yeah.
we've met people there to become like family.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like I'm walking down every trailer, looking to talk to people.
Yeah, right. That's you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah,
I mingle. On the way to the tire truck, I can't even get there because I stop at every trailer.
yeah.
But I know everybody.
Remy, what do you think about all this? You wow.
Do you ever watch Johnny O?
Yeah.
She picked me opening weekend, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And you
also,
won.
I
We
think,
won.
Wow. Oh, I'm going to do it this week.
I think I also chose him to be the champion.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
How come you never make any of the cars a Surf Pro car?
He's got
See-
a big
you
Serve
see-
Pro on the
see
back.
the color?
What?
Yeah, it's green.
Oh, because it's green.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't care, but I'm not allowed to have any green
Yeah,
on any
I'm
race
just
car.
curious, like that it's not a
Yeah.
green car, like
Yeah.
or half green and
I
orange.
mean, there's
car.
the orange Serve Pro houses on the back of his
Yeah.
car. Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
they own 3 franchises.
Right.
Yeah.
I would think it would look like a Serve Pro vehicle.
Yeah.
It would be cool, but yeah,
It
I'm not
would be
allowed,
cool.
Not allowed to have green.
Maybe like black, green, and orange with chrome wheels would look badass.
You travel a lot with Serve Pro?
We've been to Florida twice, Texas.
What was your
Couple states
dad
around
saying when we did the video? You got 3 franchises now?
there. Yeah,
So it's Norwich, Stafford.
in New London.
Damn. That's basically the whole eastern side of Connecticut.
That's why I don't do much with the race car and setup wise. I don't have time.
Yeah. I mean, Mike is like he's one of those like he's one with the car kind of guys.
Yeah.
Like I learned that doing that video with you guys. Like
That's why I stay at his house. He does it whenever. Like
right.
I go over whenever I can, but
yep.
I get lucky with that.
For sure, man. That's awesome.
Where did you meet him at?
So I got him from Shelby.
Oh, really?
When she ran mini cups, she won a championship at Seekonk. Then they got a SK Light, and then she got hurt, stopped racing, and then I kind of took him.
They still have her mini cup at the shop.
Really?
Yeah, it's up on the loft area.
Wow.
She got a speedbowl win.
In the mini cup?
Yeah. Yep.
That's cool.
All right, I think I got enough. We'll do a little Johnny O vid. We're good.